Today, I'll be going over some exercises to do on the breathing bag to help you enhance the way you use your air when you're playing your instrument. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Aaron here, helping musicians get better, faster through product reviews, performances, and educational videos. And again, today I'm going through some exercises with the breathing bag. I do new videos like this every single week, so if you're new here, consider subscribing to get these videos directly to you. And speaking of my other videos, I actually did a video on my top 3 breathing tools, and I suggest you actually go and check that one out before coming here. In that one, I go through my 3 favorites, which actually includes the breathing bag. So the breathing bag is a really popular tool used by wind musicians, and it has 3 main uses. The uses include getting a gauge on the capacity of our lungs, using it to practice deep, dark inhalations, and also helping us practice in using the air and filling the bag in a sustained manner. One of the things I find most interesting about the breathing bag is because you're recycling air, you're not going to get as dizzy using it as you do when you're not using it. This is because you're trading out carbon dioxide as opposed to oxygen. So though it's not, sustainable to breathe through this for like 5 minutes, for practicing and for like 30 seconds and doing some of these exercises that I'm going to show later, this is a great tool to help us without actually feeling like we have to fall over while we practice. But with that, let's get into the actual 3 exercises that I like to do on a daily basis with my breathing bag. So I'm going to show you some of these exercises, but first I want to remind you that when you're doing any breathing exercises, whether it's on the breathing bag or a breath builder or just out into the world and just blowing out into nothing, make sure that you're taking deep, dark inhalations and that you're breathing from low, like your diaphragm, and not up top, like your chest. So just a reminder to be open, deep, dark, rich breaths that you're going to be using, because in order to apply it effectively to your instrument, we have to make sure we're taking the right breaths when we're doing these exercises. So for these first 2 exercises, the only things you're going to need are your breath builder and a metronome. I'm using my iPad because I'm actually kind of filming on the thing I use for a metronome regularly. And I like to do these standing up if at all possible. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your metronome on something that's comfortable but will still kind of push you. I like to do 60, but I have some of my students or younger people or maybe smaller people do 80 or maybe even 100 while they're getting used to filling up the entire bag. So the first exercise I call long and strong. And what you're going to do is it's almost like a workout routine. All of these exercises are in 4 sets, so you're always going to do 4 of these numbers. So we're going to start with 4 sets of 4 counts out and 4 counts in, and we're going to do that again 4 times. And then we're going to do it for 4 times of 3 out and 3 in, 4 times of 2 out and 2 in, and finally 4 or sometimes even more of 1 out, 1 in. Now, to keep this video short and sweet, I'm only going to do 1 set of each circuit, but it's going to give you an idea of what it should look like. But remember, I actually do this 4 times, not 1 time. And you don't stop between. So when you go from 4 to 3, you don't stop between those. You keep going and you just switch how long you're blowing in and out for. So let's try out the first exercise that, again, I like to call long and strong. And 1, 2, ready, breathe in. And again, remember, I only demonstrated 1 set of each, but you actually do 4 times each. So 4 of 4, 4 of 3, 4 of 2, 4 of 1, and that will actually go into our next exercise. And the second exercise I actually call the in and out. The in and out is very similar to the long and strong. However, you're blowing out for 4, but you only breathe in for 1. Or you blow out for 3 and you only breathe in for 1. You're still doing 4 sets of it, but you're only breathing in for 1. So you're gonna start by breathing in and filling up, and then you're gonna blow into the bag for 4 counts, then breathe in for 1 count. And you're gonna do that 4 times. Then you're gonna switch to 3, then 1. Then you're gonna switch to 2 and 1, and then 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. This makes it so we work on breathing in for only 1 count, but can sustain it for a period of time, very similar to how we play in ensembles or in our solos. And again, I'm gonna set my metronome to 60, but you can set it to whatever's a little bit more comfortable for you and work on getting it lower and lower. And again, to keep it short, I'm only gonna show 1 set of each one, but remember, you're supposed to do this in a 4-set cycle. And I hope you noticed that with both exercises, no matter how much I breathed in or how long I was going, the bag filled up to the same amount every single time, because I'm trying to make sure that I bring in as much air as I possibly can and I'm getting rid of as much as I possibly can into the bag as well. And then the last exercise I like to do is I actually like to keep this thing around me while I'm practicing my music, because I'm going to blow phrases in through this breathing bag. So let's say I'm practicing a scale and I just want to make sure that I'm making the biggest and best sounds that I possibly can while I'm playing the scale. I'm practicing it with the rhythm of 1/4 and 1/8 notes, and I'm trying to make sure that I have the biggest sound that I possibly can. So what I'll do is I'll actually put my instrument down, pick up the breath builder, and I'll blow that rhythm into the breath builder and actually articulate into the breath builder as well. Many of you have music teachers who tell you to do air patterns of your music, and this is the same thing, but into the breathing bag. So I would actually play that scale into the breathing bag like this. And just like I stressed with the other 2 exercises, when I'm doing my wind patterns through the breathing bag, I'm making sure that I'm using good sustained air to make sure that I am maintaining my airstream and not breaking it in any way outside of using my tongue. Now, I like to make sure that I am intermittently practicing my breathing while I practice my instrument. So maybe if I'm practicing for an hour, the first thing I'll do is do some of the air patterns, maybe the first exercise that I showed you on here. And maybe about halfway through the practice session, I'll do the last thing we talked about, where I'm blowing air patterns of the phrases that I'm doing through the breathing bag. And maybe a little bit towards the end, I do, one of the other exercises, or maybe I go to a different breathing tool. But the whole point is to sporadically place some breathing practice within my regular practice to constantly remind me that I need that energy to maintain good sounds on my horn. So not only do I like to work on my air exercises during my warm-up or independently, but I actually like to place it inside of my regular practice regime, and that actually leads me to my question of the day. How often do you do breathing exercises? Do you like to do them every single day? Do you like to do them like I do and put it throughout the day, or do you practice them from time to time? Let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, guys, that's all I've got for the breathing bag. I hope these exercises help you use your breathing bag effectively, and if you haven't grabbed one yet, check out the link in the description down below where you can grab one for yourself. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and if you could, hit the subscribe button to get these videos directly to you every single week. But with that, I'm Aaron Campbell, reminding you to be happy, but never satisfied. I'll see you next time.